Hey everyone, and welcome back to Drama Recap. We are talking more about this Emily, Amberlynn, Rachel situation. I have just a few brief thoughts that I wanted to continue from my video yesterday about Rachel and the situation, and then we also are going to take a look at the leaked video that has come out amidst all of this between Emily and Amber. This was leaked by Oh Lordy, It's Jordy. I didn't talk about it much yesterday just because I feel like it didn't fit in the context of the type of video that I was looking to create at the time. You could say this is my first official piece of like a reaction that I'm doing. Not that this is necessarily going to become a reaction channel. At least I don't think so, but you never know. Continue the conversation first about Rachel. She did release a video yesterday. I watched it this morning, and overall, I have to say, I don't think it was the worst video in the world. I don't think it necessarily helped her case with anyone who was already against her. I don't think anything in that video was so overwhelmingly positive in Rachel's favor to turn the tides to make people like believe her. That video confirmed was that her and Emily were talking a lot behind the scenes. She did agree to pay Emily for sharing her story, and everything else that she tried to defend about the Discord messages and kind of them being taken out of context, I think fell a little flat for me. The Discord messages were not taken out of context. I want to make that very clear. The context was you being mean, basically. Like you kind of laughing and kikiing with your friends and kind of being a little bit mean towards other people, which is fine. Like, ultimately, like, we all, when we're around our friends, you know, kind of get a little bit mean sometimes towards people. And I'm not saying that I've never done it. Am I saying it's right and that it makes everyone a good human? Obviously not. But it's just something that naturally, as humans, we do to kind of, create our own sort of in crowd to feel like we belong somewhere. It's just kind of a natural part of like human psychology to do that and to want to be a part of something essentially, even if that means putting other people down or not necessarily caring about someone else's feelings. As I discussed in my video yesterday, if you are going to do that though, make sure it's not really traceable. People are pretty pissed, specifically more so about the things that were said about Beck and not wanting to give the money to Beck. And I have to say, in Rachel's video, her explanation about why she feel like she didn't want to give the money to Beck did not make any sense to me, and I don't think helped her case really at all in defending herself. And I think she relied on the crutch a lot that like I ultimately decided to give it to Beck. I ultimately did, make the right decision essentially. Like that right decision I don't think was natural, like, and I don't think she really addressed the whole like whole of it all and kind of trying to pass the buck, pass the blame off to other people. I don't think any of that was clear or made a lot of sense in her video. Sorry, I feel like I'm off center. But it just I don't think it was, I don't think it helped her case or made things more clear or provided any more context. A lot of the video was spent talking about her communications with Emily, and I guess to kind of like give my wrapped up, like, formed thoughts on this, I just think you never get too close to the people you're talking about. I said that yesterday, and it kind of affirms my stance. I will say Rachel's video kind of made me a little eye rolly at some parts, specifically talking about people sharing like personal information and not blurring other people's faces in this Discord when they shared their messages. And Rachel herself shared screenshots and she had redacted like something in one of those screenshots, and she kind of went on this like minute long explanation about how if she ever sees these screenshots out without that one particular word blurred, she's going to be like super pissed and be really angry. And I'm like, girl, you fucked up. Like, you have no room in this situation to be like, if these screenshots get out, I'm going to be really mad because you are not protecting my personal privacy. As if you didn't just manipulate and fake flirt or real flirt, whatever you want to believe in that context, your way to 77 screenshots of Emily where nothing was blurred. I think what there was like, was anything blurred in those screenshots? Like, I don't think there were, actually, now that I think about it. I don't think any sort of information was redacted. I don't think there was any um, care taken to like protect other people. Not that there was many other people. Like really, all of those messages were just like strictly between Emily and Amber. But like the fact that you made all of these videos where you're exposing all this personal private information, granted with permission from Emily, she did provide them, but then you're gonna go on this like moral high ground about sharing screenshots and not redacting personal information. Like it's a little hypocritical. I will acknowledge, like I just said, it is not exactly a one for one situation, but that just made me kind of like chuckle a little bit. Lastly, as far as the talking about the video, the thing that I want to talk about is her basically saying that she's not apologizing and she's standing by her opinions of the things that she said about other reaction channels. At least I'll respect that. I have to say, when I was watching the video and she started talking about this, I immediately got the sense that she's only saying that part because she feels as though there is no logical or good explanation for why she was talking about other people other than the fact that it was just being mean girl-ish behavior. Like it was just mean behavior. She couldn't find a way out of it essentially, and so she kind of doubled down on that. I thought that was interesting. She's going to continue to make content, it seems, and people may or may not watch. We'll see what happens. The biggest thing that I kind of want to point out that I haven't seen much other people talk about this is Rachel is kind of getting all of the flack for most of this because obviously she was like a big culprit. But like Hecticana and Jawbone, as we talked about yesterday, like were also in those messages. And as far as I've seen, both of them have been relatively quiet on the situation and have not said anything. They weren't as heavily involved. They weren't the ones actively going out to reaching out to Emily and kind of getting all of this tea. A lot of other reactors have said they're in like the Discord or were in the Discord and that people share it. And I have to say, my whole opinion on this Discord and like the behind the scenes nature of it all. There's something about it, and maybe it's because I kind of get all of my information like from public facing spots. Like I'm not behind the scenes talking to other people, DMing other people, reaching out to other people or anything like that, but it's just kind of like I don't know. It just something about it makes me feel wrong. I don't like it. I don't like the concept of all of these creators being in a private Discord where they're kind of just like, I don't know, sharing all of this information and like sitting on it. Like, and, Jordy talks a lot about this, about how in this community, don't take it too seriously, which I definitely agree with. I kind of talked a little bit about that yesterday. But like sitting on pieces of information to kind of sprinkle it out as like it's never boring, essentially. Like there's never a lull period. I think that's a lot of reason why people hated the Jade era, because there was like nothing coming out. There was Amber's content wasn't good. There was nothing, coming out like behind the scenes essentially for people to share or spill until like Destiny did her whole T series and everything. And so I definitely understand that, but I don't know, just the concept of the Discord and all of it makes me feel icky. And maybe it is the part of it kind of feeling like you are better than other people, like if you're in this Discord. And I think people like Salty Crab and Jordy have talked about how they didn't like that feeling of being in the Discord. And, Jordy talked about how he kind of really likes to deplug from the girl world content when he's not on live stream or making content about it. And Salty Crab didn't like the fact that there was viewers. Like if it was just strictly creators, she would feel more comfortable. I kind of see why people see the appeal in it, but like I said, it's just a little icky, and that part of the story I've not fully unpacked my feelings on, so I don't want to talk too much about it because I just don't know fully like my full thoughts. It just initially hearing about this Discord and people talking about it, it just feels a little weird to me. I just don't like the concept of it. Kind of everything from Rachel's video and everything that is kind of going on with that situation. I do want to transition now to watching a part of Oh Lordy, it's Jordy's live stream where he did share this leaked video of Amber and Emily in the car. And we're gonna watch the video. I'm just gonna go over it, a little bit. I'm not gonna necessarily stop every 30 seconds to say something because I have already seen it, obviously, so I have a lot of my thoughts on it already, but I just kind of want to watch it with everyone and give you some of those thoughts in real time as they come up in the video. All right, so I have the video up here. And, well, I'm watching it down here, but it's going to be, on this area of the screen over here. So let's go ahead and get started.
I'm just gonna let it play all the way through with no commentary. You guys, is that okay with you? We'll watch the video, and then we'll watch the video, and then we'll do commentary.
I feel like I'm going crazy because it's like
You kind of are.
I'm trying to have a genuine conversation with you, and I'm just wondering why can't we both?
Sorry, not to stop it already at the very beginning, but I do want to point out, like, if you saw there Amber's flash in the mirror, the fact that she's standing outside of the car during this entire conversation is just wild to me, and just kind of proves more of the fact that Amber will chase her partners down to wherever they are and essentially trap them in a space. Now, Emily could have very easily gotten out of this situation, I believe. I mean, she could like easily drive away in the truck unless she just didn't bring her keys, but then how does she get in the car? Whatever. So she could easily get away, but I think it is just showing a little bit of a pattern of how Amber um, acts in these situations, and follows basically her partners and doesn't leave them alone, doesn't give them a minute to breathe and to think. And that's evident of this whole video. So we're going to see that example many, many times throughout the whole video. But let's continue.
Have bad days. Why is it just you're allowed
Okay.
to have them?
Why do you need to sit here and continue to yell at me? Why can't you go inside like I asked you and give me a little bit of space?
I can give you space. I just want to
Then
hug.
give me. I don't want to hug you right now. I just don't.
Okay, fine. Can we just like wrap it up with like a good vibes? Like, because I don't have emotional permanence. I literally.
So, kind of what I want to say about this part of the video, Amber always feels this need to basically be happy. And while, yes, you should always be happy in a relationship, I feel as though it's important when you do have conflict or issues to not sweep it under the rug and just be happy. Like, you should talk about these things and give your partner the space to reflect in their own way. And Amber doesn't. She's a smotherer. She just wants to talk about it so we can move on and be happy. And that's not what a real relationship is. And it's because Amber, I feel, can't really have like a true real relationship in that sense because she always feels this need that she needs to be loved. Like she feels any sort of like not being instantly like obsessed or in love with her means that you are like abandoning her, and that goes back to like her childhood probably. But it, like, you need to let people just like think their own thoughts for a moment. And it's just interesting.
Which means when I walk
So
away.
I have to suffer because of that.
No, I'm saying when I walk away, I'm left with what just happened. And that's what I firmly believe our whole relationship is based off of. So if you just tell me you love me.
Okay, you don't need to explain your unhealthy way of thinking.
Well, a little bit. It's a little unhealthy, I guess.
It's definitely unhealthy, Amber. It's definitely unhealthy.
Very unhealthy.
Okay. I like to leave the conversation with something positive. Because I don't like how this is affecting us. Like,
Okay.
you've had a really
Can you
bad
please
day.
give me some space? I'm asking nicely.
Yes, but can you answer a question for me? Why is it okay for you to backtrack?
How is this ending it nicely, Amberland?
No, because I think
I'll leave you with this. But why did that?
No,
Seriously?
I guess I want you to reflect. Why is it okay for you to backtrack and have a bad day so bad that you kind of take it out on me all day long, and then I finally pop off because it just became a lot. Because I also.
And we hear this from Amber a lot. Like, it's always like she pushed me and pushed me and pushed me and pushed me until I just exploded. And, I feel as though I can be a little bit guilty of this sometimes. I'm definitely someone who struggles to kind of express exactly how they're feeling in the moment that they're feeling it. I just kind of I do want to be. I feel like I'm a little bit of Amber and Emily in this situation. I feel like I want to be left alone. Like, I do need to just be left alone for a bit and not talk and just like feel my emotions and cry and do whatever I need to do to get it out. And then I'm ready to talk about it afterwards. I just need to sit with myself for a moment. And so, yeah, it's just It's just kind of crazy. Like, oh my god, not me relating to Amber and Emily.
Had my own separate bad day. So why is it okay for you to have a bad day, but I'm not?
I didn't say you weren't allowed to, but you sitting here doing this to me when I'm telling you to please stop is not okay.
Okay, your bad day,
Amberlyn, stop.
but your bad day was met with, at the end of the night, I still
stop.
wanted to hold you. That's what I was looking forward to.
I was going to. I needed a little space
Okay,
first.
but can I tell you what my bad days met with? You're going back to Oklahoma. So do you see the difference?
Because you continue to do this to me over and over again. Back up then, like I asked you to. Or just better, go inside, please. Give me some space. Amberlyn, this is ridiculous. Go inside. Please, I'm not gonna be able to calm down until you please go away for a little bit.
Okay, can you just reflect on like why?
I will reflect. Okay, I'm sorry.
And obviously, I don't have to tell you all, but like that's very clearly fake. It's just like kind of saying something to like get your partner off your back, which is like going to just lead to more resentment. It's just not good. It's just not good. Not good.
Do you really want to break up?
I don't know. I don't have time to space to think. Please go inside and give me space. Please go inside and give me space.
Have a kiss.
The emotional manipulation is crazy with the kiss and just like, oh my god, it like she doesn't want to be around you right now. Just leave. Oh my god.
I'm not here to hurt you, Emily. I just want you to love me.
And that is the root of all of Amber's issues. She wants love. She doesn't know how to give or receive love, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though.
I love you. And I'm sorry, but I love you, okay?
Please go inside. I love you too.
I'm sorry. Do you accept my apology?
Yes.
I know this shouldn't have happened. I'm fully aware. But I am getting better. And that's without help. And that's only in a few days. I just want you to think of the positive things. Okay. I just feel bad. I'm sorry.
Please give me space. That's all I'm asking for.
All right, so that clearly was the end of the video. And I kind of gave my thoughts on Amber during the video and kind of the way that she was acting during it. But now that it's over, I want to share my other side relating to Emily's behavior during this video. Very clearly, he's someone who is just like exasperated. But the thing that you always have to keep in mind whenever you're talking about Amber and Emily is that they both love the game. And by the game, I mean the game of fighting and making up, of making each other angry and upset, and then coming back together and doing whatever weird stuff they want to do with each other. It's just sick. It's unhealthy. Two people should not be this constantly mean and toxic and fighting with each other and then claim that they love each other. Like, you just don't do that with people you love and care about and respect. And I think Amber thinks that she loves and cares for and respects Emily, and that Emily does the same for her. I think it's very clear that Emily just views Amber as a person that she can kind of get off to. I think Emily loves the fighting. She loves the toxicity. She loves the drama. She loves being the center of attention. And part of me doesn't like talking about Emily because it's kind of giving her what she wants, but also there's no way around it. And I mean, I think this video is a clear example of, her toxic behavior. She's recording Amber without Amber's knowledge. There's also the aspect of this video of Emily knows she's being recorded, and so she may be acting a certain way, even, not purposefully, but part of me believes that it's purposeful, whereas Amber doesn't. And so I think this video, in some weird ways, actually does give a tiny bit of credibility to Amber. She tells us, that she doesn't want to leave her partners alone, and that she does maybe a little bit smother them because she just wants to be loved and wants to be happy and move on. And I've already talked about how I don't think that is a healthy or good mindset. Same end of that coin, or I guess the other end of that thought is, admission from Amber was basically pulled out of her by her being exposed, not necessarily her giving us that information herself. In some ways, I mean, she kind of talked a little bit about it back in the Beck era, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Amber and Emily separately, together in the video. I just think it is an unbelievably horrible and toxic relationship, and giving it fire and giving it, life doesn't make me exactly feel the best. But like I said, if you're going to be talking about Amber and things going on with Amber right now, then there is no good way around it. There's no way to not necessarily talk about Emily and Amber and the things going on. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know your updated thoughts and everything after more time has passed and more people have kind of commented on the situation, on this video, and just kind of let me know what you want to see moving forward. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.